Hello Mech Warriors and welcome to another episode of the Build of the Week. Today I'm playing the hero Raven HUGINN, which is a very tanky and very high DPS light mech with no heat problems at all. So be prepared for some light mech brawling today. This episode is a special one because I have 3 games for you today. Yeah, this mech is so awesome, I just couldn't stop playing it, and therefore you get a bonus game today. So let's start with the loadout and then we get into the games. So here we have our little fella, the Raven HUGINN, and look at that camo. I really love the pattern of this. So the designers of BGI did a really good job on this. That's one of my favorite patterns in the whole game. So let's have a quick look at the loadout and see what this little fella can do. So we've got 4 ballistic hardpoints, 2 in each arm and 2 missile hardpoints, 1 in each side torso. And as you can see, I've got 2 machine guns in each arm and 2 SRM4. So why have I done this? Because as you can see, I have no heatsinks equipped and I'm still at a heat management of 2. And when you're combining it with the quirks, it has very good structure quirks and very good missile quirks. It tells me that I can fire a constant stream of missile and can take a bit of a beating. So this one is probably meant to play as a brawler or skirmisher in close range. You want to be in the middle of the fight and you want to support your team. It's not that running around and popping out here and there kind of playstyle. You really want to brawl with it. And the structure quirks and the cooldown quirks for the missiles and the heat management of that, it really brings together the whole playstyle. So I've got an XL engine 280, 1.5 ton of ammunition for the machine guns and 4 tons of ammo for the SRMs. So if that is gone, I'm pretty much useless. But I can deal a good amount of damage till I run out of ammo. You will see in a second. On top of that, I've got 2 jump jets which help moving around the map and getting into good positions. So for the modules, I took target info gathering because I want to target weak spots and destroy components with it. That is kind of a support brawler here. You can't take out mechs on your own, but you can wreck them and you can cripple them. That's very good. And target info gathering comes into handy. So I got radar deprivation because I don't want to get targeted by myself. The SRM for cooldown and range module because it's my main weapon. And I've got another locked module because this one is not mastered yet. And if I have unlocked it, I would have taken advanced seismic sensor because it helps when you're on the front line and you want to give your team some intel of where the enemy is located. For the consumables, I went for a UAV and an artillery strike. Again, this is all utility here. I don't need any cool shots because the heat management is so awesome. And that's the build. And I really hope that you enjoy all these 3 games, so I did when I played them. And now it's time to hit the battlefield. Alright, first game of the day. We are playing the Mining Collective in skirmish mode. And my team decided to push the Delta or Caesar line here, which I really appreciate. Now the forces are clashing together and it will be a big mess, and that's the perfect situation for the mech. I really like to play him very aggressively, and you really want a spot where there's confusion and you can just run around and deal some damage where you want it. When I was talking about brawling earlier, that didn't mean that you want to tank a lot of damage and fight the enemy face to face. That's not a thing the Raven should do. Again, confusion is your best armor here, and I'm trying to get to the crab here because he is distracted by my teammate. And that's the perfect timing where I can go in. So I'm not taking any risk of return fire, but I can deal a constant stream of bullets and missiles to him. As you can see, he is shutting down, and that's, by the way, a thing you should keep in mind. Medium mechs are quite easy prey for your Raven because they tend to load a lot of weapons, and at some points when they have an easy trigger finger, they will shut down and you can keep up the stream of your missiles. Now what I'm doing here is a little mistake. I thought that I can wreck the side torso of the direwolf very easily, but I didn't see that he has so much armor on the front. We eventually destroyed it, but I took a lot of damage out of it, and now I'm trying the right approach. I'm going behind the enemy. That would have of course been the better idea in the first place, but I got a bit too confident and now I had to pay for it. So there's a Marauder up top and I'm trying to harass him a bit so that he is not focusing my main force, but I can't hit him, so I'm switching targets. I found a Kodiak with an open center torso and that's a perfect opportunity to give him some SRMs and machine guns. Alright, I have to switch the target here because there's an immediate threat right before my face, and as I'm taking off his weapon I'm again switching targets because he is no threat anymore. At this point of the game my team is dying and I'm caught, so I'm trying to desperately fight my way out here and try to get some kills on the enemy. Again, I'm ignoring the stick which is running around there with no weapons, and I'm only finding 2 catapults which are pretty fresh. So I'm focusing on the one that is more damaged, and as you can see my machine guns there are doing a good job critting his weapons out. So he has only 2 medium lasers left. I'm trying to get a kill on him because still 2 medium lasers are dealing 10 damage and he got one of my legs. That's a shame. The only thing I can try to do now is crack the torso of that other catapult open, and he got me with a good shot to the center torso. But anyway, I got 761 damage and 2 kills out of it, and I am skipping the fighting here because we lose the match. It takes a while and I want to see the end screen here. So again, 761 damage, 2 kills, 4 assists and 8 components destroyed. That's very important. Use this mech to destroy components. It helps your team a lot. But the other 2 games, they will be better. At least we are winning. And we are jumping directly into the next one and see how this will go down. Second game, Forest Colony in Assault mode, and as you can see I am very much damaged because I went spotting and someone else spotted me, or I rather ran into the whole enemy team. So that was very painful, but I will survive this match actually because of good positioning and again the tankiness of this little Raven here. So I wanted to get behind the enemy and there's a hunchback coming up, and as you can see I totally want to fight him. I'm targeting his center torso, I'm trying to get as much damage out as possible. Of course I've got some help from my team, and again I made it out alive with open legs now. Okay, now it's time to play it a bit more safe and wait for the confusion to begin. Again, you want to use them as your armor. And in my position now, I can't really fight face to face anymore. I really have to find myself a good spot where I can shoot the enemy in the back or can shoot from cover. As deadly as these SRM4s might seem, this is a DPS build, so this is a build with no heat at all when you can fire a constant stream. This is no high alpha build, so you don't get out, shoot once and then get back. The best position would be in the backs of the enemy, and that I'm trying to do now. So I'm trying to get behind them. I found a lone victor here and now I got my perfect spot. I'm directly behind him and now I can grind through his armor and maybe take out his center torso. And I'm staying at the same position, very static, because I don't want to risk any friendly fire. My legs are open and I wanted to keep some distance from me and the enemy shooting, and also the friendly shooting. So the next target would be that hunchback here. I want to get close for my machine guns, and unfortunately I fell down to the river. But that's no problem because I found an even Jaguar which is heavily damaged, so I can just go in and wreck what's left of his components. Okay, someone else got the kill, which is a shame, but I think he deserved it more than me because I just came in and came to the right spot in the right time. My team is pretty much dominating here. Now it's 9 versus 1. And we are just trying to push what's left of the enemy team. Okay, 10 versus 1. We've got a Nova, which is also pretty much damaged. And now I'm very bold and just going in and trying to deal as much damage as possible. I am not afraid anymore, but that Stormcrow here blocked my way. Okay, so there's one enemy left and everybody is trying to get him now. It's a catapult and now it gets a bit messy because I wanted to stay behind him and somehow he ran past me and now I have to face him again and try to out DPS him, and I finally got the kill. So this was an example of tankiness, so I'm still alive, everything is red in my components, but hey, it was a good game. So let's see the end score. I dealt 541 damage, got 2 kills, 7 assists and destroyed 3 components. That was a great round. So let's see the overall statistics here. So there, come on, click. And as you can see, it is a light mech that dealt almost top damage. So I'm in the top tier here with my 541. That is a great mech. And that's not that unusual. So as I said, I got 3 games for you today because I constantly deal that much damage in that mech. So let's dig into the last game, in which I play a bit more careful. So, third game of the day. We are playing HPG Manyfold in Domination. And my team is scattered around the map. Some of them are on the top and some of them are on the bottom. And I decided to flank around and scout a bit so that they can reconsolidate and team up again, or maybe figure out a fighting plan. So I've got my UAV up in a quite good spot. I hope that it won't be spotted. And now I'm getting back to the bottom because some of my teammates with which I'm on TeamSpeak are sitting here. There was a guy on the exit and I couldn't go out alone, so I'm trying again to use the confusion on the other side of the map to deal a bit of damage. So I wanted to go in and support here, because on the other exit I would have been useless. I can't go out alone there. Unfortunately, I was spotted by a rifleman and that got good damage in on me. My right torso is now pretty much damaged, so I decided to go back again and play it a bit safer. And now the mechs from the other exit are pushing inside, so I'm trying again to get into their backs. I don't want to face them directly. This mech again, it excels when you're getting into a position where you can deal constant damage. So I'm trying to support on the left side again, because the Atlas was pushing the right side. And I'm trying to find a safe spot to get a better overview what's going on the battlefield. So I saw that there was an assault fighting my Marauder on the left, and I think he was pretty distracted by fighting. So I could just go in, I could stay here in a very safe spot and use my range of the missiles. As you can see, it has a max range of 351 meters. That is huge, that is so enormous for SRMs. They have a bit of a velocity problem on that distance, but anyway. So I found the Atlas again, and look at that, what I'm doing here. I'm focusing his lower torso, because that's the hitbox for the center torso. If you're close to an Atlas which is torso twisting, just shoot his nuts or his ass. Then you're actually hitting the center torso and you deal damage where it hurts. And look at his weapons. My machine guns again, they did a good job destroying his SRMs. Now that Atlas isn't that scary anymore and we can easily fight him to the death. And I even got the kill out of it. That was great. But now it's time to help our team out. So our team is fighting there and there are a lot of long-range missiles incoming. And I instantly decided that I should go the other way around, because if I'd go out there, I'd probably die. So I communicated with my team a bit and we decided to go into their backs. So we want to push out here and try to backstab them. We still got some good firepower. We've got that Highlander and an Archer and a Huginn. And we really wanted to shut down these LRM boats. Now the problem is that that one is on top and covered, so I decided to go in and use this battlefield confusion again for my advantage. I wanted to do a push through, wanted to get to the other side and then swing around from Delta 5 to Caesar 5 so that I can get into the backs of the enemy. I really didn't want to spoil it here, because at some point some mech could have turned around and just focused me and then I would be dead, and I didn't want it. But instead I'm focusing that Battlemaster here. So he is very damaged, he is cored, he has lost almost all of his components and he's easy prey for my little Raven. So there's only one enemy left and we are trying to search them, and I'm cutting this here because it takes a while and you don't want to see me running around the map. So let's see the end score. 661 damage, 2 kills, 6 assists and 5 components destroyed. And as you can see, this Raven is so fun, it can deal a lot of damage when you're finding the right spot. I really like the Huginn, I will play him a lot more, and I hope you liked the video. And if you did, as always, don't forget to leave a rating or subscribe to the channel if you want more of this. And that's it for today. I hope to see you on the battlefield, everybody. Goodbye.